Hello dear students, welcome back to the science class. Dear students, today in this video class we are going to do the revision of the fourth chapter, that is more about force, energy and simple machines. Okay, already you learned this chapter. Okay, just I will revise here and I will solve the checkpoints and exercise part. Already I sent this one, just I will make you to understand and you have to read and write this one. Okay, see here, as you all know, here one man is there. We can observe even the car here. In the given picture, the person is dash the car here. He is pushing the car, not a pulling. He is pushing. Okay, while dash the car, he is using the concept of dash. While pushing, what he is doing? While pushing the car, he is using which concept here? He is using a force concept here. Then what is a force? Force is nothing but a push or pull acting on a body is called a force here. Very important definition. What is force or define force? A push or pull acting on a body is called a force. Okay. Then what is energy? Again, before going to the energy, already you learned the types of forces also. Yes. First one is a gravitational force you learned, frictional force. Next you learned about electrostatic force, magnetic force, elastic force, muscular force and buoyant force. These all you learned. Again energy. Energy is nothing but here. What is energy? Energy is defined as the ability to do work. How much work we are doing and what is the main source behind work here? We need a energy here. See here, they have given some of the true or false. Let us see one by one here. State true or false here. A door is opened because of a frictional force between the hand and the door. Yes, friction force is applying when you are going to open the door. Okay, a door is opened because of a frictional force between the hand and the door. Yes, between hand and the door, which force is applying here? Frictional force is applying. Yes, it is a true here. A gravitational force is a force that attracts an object with its mass. Yes, with a mass it will attract the objects. It is true. Buoyant force does not act on an object in water. Yes, it is false. Buoyant force does not act on objects in water. It will act objects in water only. In water only. Okay, buoyant force we can find where? Water only. As I have given the example of a ship sailing in a sea. Yes, it is an example for buoyant force. It is a false here. Next one. Friction does not help us to erase the pencil marks from the paper using an eraser. Yes, see, whenever you are erasing something which you have written with a pencil, there between eraser and between paper, when you erase the anything you have written, which force is acting there? Friction force is applying here. There is a friction force between the eraser and the paper. Friction force does not, they are telling does not help us to erase the pencil marks from the paper using an eraser. No, it will help. Friction force will help in erasing a pencil mark from the paper using an eraser. Here they have given does not, but it will help. So it is a false statement. Next one you see, a rubber can regain its shape and size because of elastic force. Yes, elastic force is nothing but best example for elastic force is rubber itself. When you stretch a rubber, okay, it will change its shape and size. Again when you leave it, again it will regain its original shape and size. Yes, it is a truth statement. Okay, I hope you have cleared with these checkpoint. True or false. Next checkpoint, they have given a fill in the blanks here. Dash is defined as the ability to do work, as now itself I told. Energy is the ability to do work. If we want to do any work, what we need? We need a energy. Without energy, we can't do any work here. Okay. Dash energy is used in a windmills to generate electricity. In a windmills, which energy they are using? They are using a wind energy only. In a windmills, they are using a wind energy. Wind energy is used in windmills to generate electricity. The energy we get from a coal and petrol is a non-renewable energy. We can't regenerate. Once it is wasted, waste only. We to again to get that petrol and coal, we have to wait million of years here. Yes, so the energy we get from a coal and petrol is a non-renewable energy. It is which energy? Non-renewable energy. We get hydro energy from where? We are getting hydro energy from water. The meaning of hydro is water. So we get hydro energy from water. Solar cells works on which energy? Solar energy. Yes, solar energy. Sorry, solar cells, solar heater. These all work on which energy? Solar energy. Okay. Here is the all the fill in the blanks. Next we'll see here. Okay. I will just tell about the concept of a lever here. Effort, load and fulcrum. Okay. Class 1 lever, class 2 lever and class 3 levers will come mainly here. Levers are of 3 kinds here. Okay. How it is categorized into 3 levers here? Because of the position of the load, effort and fulcrum. What is load, what is fulcrum and what is effort? You know already. Okay, in your page number 210 they have given the definition of effort, load and fulcrum. Okay, that effort is nothing but it is the force that user applies on the lever. Effort you are putting nothing but force. So effort nothing but force here. It is a force that user applies on a lever here. Next, what is a load? Load is nothing but here it is the weight of a body on which work is to be done. How much weight you are applying. Fulcrum is nothing but it is a fixed point about which a lever moves freely to the required work here. This is about the fulcrum. 3 levers are there, class 1, class 2 and class 3. This is a very important concept. Class 1 lever, class 2 lever and class 3 lever. See, pair of scissors. Here they have given a pair of scissors. So you are applying effort where there is a holes are there, you are applying effort there. Without applying effort, you can operate the scissor? No, not possible. Effort is here, it is. Effort you are applying in these 2 holes. Next, what is the fulcrum here? It is a fixed point. Fulcrum is nothing but one fixed point will be there. So here it is a fixed point in the middle position, fulcrum. Then load, what you want to cut here? Whether it is cloth or whether it is a paper. So load, whatever effort you are applying through the fixed point, you are applying effort to the load here. Load is nothing but any object force. That is here it is load. So pair of scissors and seesaw. Seesaw also effort. This is a load. Then middle part, fixed point is a fulcrum here. Seesaw and pair of scissors are example for what? Class 1 lever. Remember, example for class 1 lever is a pair of scissors and seesaw. Next one, wheelbarrow and a nut cracker. Wheelbarrow, you see, fulcrum fixed point where it is, just you see fixed point is nothing but fulcrum here. Here is a fixed point. Where is there is a load, heavy load where it is? In the middle part here it is. Effort, where he is applying that effort he is applying here. So effort is, effort is here, load is in the middle, fulcrum. See, in a class 1 lever, effort should be here. Fulcrum is between here. Fulcrum will be in between the load and the effort. Where will be the fulcrum? It will be in between the load and the effort. Between the effort and the load, what is present? Fulcrum will be there in a class 1 lever. If a fulcrum is middle, then you have to tell that class 1 lever object it is. Here also fulcrum is in between the load and effort. Fulcrum is middle here. So it is also class 1 lever. What is class 1 lever? The fulcrum is fixed between the load and the effort. In a class 1 lever, fulcrum is in between the load and the effort. But see, these are the class 2 levers. Wheelbarrow and nut cutter. Here, whether fulcrum is between the load and effort, fulcrum is there? No. Then it is not an example for class 1 lever. This is an example for class 2 lever. So here the load is placed between the fulcrum and effort. Here middle what should be there? If middle load is there, then it is a class 2 lever. Middle load should be there here. Between the effort and the fulcrum, load should be placed. Then it is a class 2 lever. Here also you are putting a load here. Yes, nothing but any nuts. Any nuts, if you take nut cutter, you know, nut cracker, nothing but cutting those nuts into smaller pieces. For that we are calling a nut cracker here. Okay, if you want to cut the nuts, that nut acts as here load here. You are keeping that load here between. Then this is a fixed point, fulcrum is here, and effort you have to apply here, these two hands. So load is placed between a fulcrum and a effort. Then it is a class 2 lever. Then about the class 3 levers. In a class 3 levers, the effort is applied in between. See, effort should be middle here. In a class 1, fulcrum should be middle. In a class 2 lever, load should be middle. In a class 3 lever, effort should be middle here. Forceps. Such instruments we are calling. This instrument we are calling it as a forceps. Okay, load and fulcrum. Between load and fulcrum, effort is there. Then it is a class 3 lever. See, fishing rod. Fulcrum is here, load is here, effort is here. Effort is here. So this acts as a class 3 lever. Fishing rods and forceps are example for broom also. Broom is nothing but, you know, for to clean the home we are using that broom. That is also example for here class 3 lever. Next, wheel and axle. Wheel is nothing but here wheel and axle. Wheel and axle are the simple machines. These two are simple machines. Okay, just here wheel and axle. Axle is nothing but rod. It is axle. Another name for axle is rod. Okay, wheel to be turned here. See, force. This is which part here? This is a wheel part. Just you are rotating. You are applying force here. Just you are rotating. Rotation. When you rotate this direction they have shown. When you rotate this one, it will, even the rod will move here. Then nothing but axle will move. So this is a wheel and this is the axle. When you just put a force on a wheel, even the axle will start rotate and you are getting water upside here. Load is here. You are getting water upside from the well. Correct? So these are the wheel and axle are the simple machines. Wheel is nothing but rotating. Okay, axle is one of the rod here. When you put a force on a wheel, even best example your bicycle. Yes, pedal you are having. When you just put a force on a pedal, the wheel of that cycle will move here. Correct? That is an example for, even bicycle is an example for wheel and axle. Next, pulley. Pulley, we are having two pulleys, fixed pulley and a movable pulley. Fixed pulley is nothing but here load will be fixed here. Load is nothing but whatever the object you are there, that is fixed here. Only force will move here. When you apply the force, it will move. This will move. That the load will be fixed here. But in a movable pulley, the load also will move. The load also will start move here. This is about the pulley. Here are the some objective type questions are there. Let us see. Dash is a force which works in a direction opposite to the motion of a body. Which force will move in a direction opposite? Friction force. Friction is a force which works in a direction opposite to the motion of the body. Sun is a source of dash energy. Sun is a source of renewable energy. Wedge is a simple machine that can be used to cut apart objects. To cut, we are using a wedge here. Dash is a form of energy that cannot be used again and again. Which energy we can't use again and again? Non-renewable energy we can't use again and again. Renewable energy we can use again and again. But non-renewable energy we can't use again and again. Wheel and axle is a dash machine, as I have told now only. Wheel and axle is a simple machine. These are simple machines. Okay. Next you see the name the following. A simple machine used to pull or draw objects. Yes, to pull the water upside. What we are using? We are using wheel and axle. So to pull or to draw the objects, to draw the water or to pull the water upside, we are using wheel and axle machine. A simple machine that rotates around the axle. Around the axle, wheel is moving here. Okay. The energy which needs to be conserved. Which energy we have to conserve? We have to conserve non-renewable energy. Renewable energy we can reuse. So there is no need to conserve. But we have to use non-renewable energy in a proper manner. We should not waste here, as it will not, we can't use again and again. So we have to conserve non-renewable energy. The energy which needs to be conserved, that energy is non-renewable energy. Here are the some of the match the following. Knife. Knife is an wedge, it is sharp, which to cut we are using knife here. Merry-go-round. Merry-go-round is a wheel and axle, which will rotate in a round, circular manner, wheel and axle. Drilling machine. Yes, drilling machine is an example for screw. Correct? Next, crowbar. Crowbar is a lever here. Window blinds is a pulley here. These are some of the match the following, study well. Okay, next, label fulcrum F, effort with a E and force with a F in the following pictures, and also identify the class of the lever. We have to identify the name and the class of this lever here. First one, it is a broom. The name of the object is a broom here. Broom. See, where is a, this is an example for class 3 lever. How it is an example for class 3 lever? Here the effort is applying here between, effort is middle here, and fulcrum and load is here first. The effort is between load and fulcrum. So it is an example for class 3 lever, broom. The name of this object is broom and it is a class 3 lever. How class 3 lever it is? The effort is middle here. The effort is between the fulcrum. Fulcrum is here, yes, fixed point. Fixed point is upside and the load is downside. So effort will be middle here. So it is an example for class 3 lever. Next one, stapler. Stapler is an example for class 2 lever. How? Because the load we are keeping middle here, and effort and fulcrum. Effort is here, effort we have to put upside here, and fulcrum fixed point is here, it is. Fixed point is here, fulcrum is nothing but, fixed fulcrum is here, and we are applying a effort here upside, and load, how we are putting, to put any papers, load we are keeping here. So load is middle here, load is between the effort and the fulcrum. So it is an example for class 2 lever. Next, pliers. You have seen these pliers? Yes, to cut and all wires, and we are using these pliers. Pliers is an example for class 1 lever, it is. Here it is, I have written here, it has cut. So it is an example for class 1. How class 1 it is? See here, fulcrum is, see, fixed point, that is fulcrum is between the effort and the load. Load we are keeping here, effort we have to put here. Yes, effort we have to put here, and load we have to keep here, and fulcrum, fixed point is here. So it is an example for class 1 lever. I hope you have understood this concept. Fulcrum, load and effort, and class 1, class 2, class 3 levers. Once again, you study from the textbook and read the concept very carefully and understand it very well. It is very important. Okay, and here today I have completed till match the following, and even this D part also. What you have to do is, I have given already the short answers. Correct? You have to read and write short answers one time in your fair book. Okay, dear students, thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.